Hey, what's going on, guys? Joseph Sadar here. Pray you all are doing well. And guys, happy Friday. Happy Friday. I pray you all have had an amazing week, especially, as we approach just the Christmas time, the Advent season. I pray you all have a wonderful Christmas ahead of you. I hope you guys have lots of family time coming up. I hope you guys have just a wonderful holiday weekend. But guys, this one is going to be a little shorter today. It's going to be nonetheless a really awesome word. So welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another prophetic word. And like I said, guys, this is going to be a really good one. And it's a very urgent word for one. It's a very urgent word, and it's integral to the season we're in. But before I begin, just please remember, not every prophetic word is going to be meant for everyone. Not everyone is in the same season or going at the same pace, right? Odds are, for this particular word, you'll know if it's for you, but still take it to the Lord, guys. Pray and seek confirmation for further direction if you feel that this word applies to you. Always exercise discernment and be testing the spirits upon hearing any prophetic word from any channel, from any person, right? Allow the Holy Spirit to confirm it. Amen. All right, guys. So the title of the word today is Big Things Happening. Stay alert. I'm going to go ahead and get through a couple of scriptures, not too much today. But Jeremiah 33:3, it reads, "Call to me and I will answer you and show you great and mighty things which you do not know." Matthew 26:40-41 reads, "Then he came to the disciples and found them sleeping and said to Peter, 'What? Could you not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray lest you enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.'" And Isaiah 55:6 reads, "Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near." All right, guys. So to whom this word is for, this is going to be a very urgent word. This is going to be one of those right now words. And it's an awesome word, and there are a lot of great things that are happening. And we're going to start off with this. Again, to those whom this word is for, the Lord is very urgently trying to get your attention. You've entered a new season, and this is a time where there's very rapid movement and motion, right? There's very fast movement in your life. And the Lord is very strongly saying that you must be ready and on guard. There are big things and big changes around the corner, and you must be ready for them. These are significant events, guys. These are events that are significant events that are happening in your life because certain prayers are being answered, and also just because of your labor, your hard work, right? Because of your labor and hard work, certain doors are about to open. You may have already experienced a shift in pace as you're ascending to this new level. But as things are moving forward and progressing in your life, and as we talked a couple of weeks ago, for further context, you've graduated to a new place in a new season where the old doesn't fit you anymore. And all this sounds exciting, right? It all sounds wonderful. But guys, listen very closely to what I'm going to say. It is critically important that you are as intimate with the Lord as you possibly can be. That's very important as far as the success in this new season goes. Because these big things are about to transpire requires you to give God your fully undivided attention. You will have major turbulence and opposition if you are not focused on the Lord and disciplined in this new season. In this season, there are new things the Lord wants to show you. There's a new place he wants to take you, a new assignment that he is calling you to. And with that, there are also dangers that you must be aware of, not from the Lord, but just what it means to be in this level of responsibility. And in Jeremiah 33:3, it reads, "Call to me and I will answer you and show you great and mighty things." And this is that time to call upon the Lord, because it is his light that is going to be glorified, guys. Not our own works, not our own flesh and talents or whatever. And to avoid the dangers, you must be very in tune with the Father, and you must be constantly killing your flesh, right? When Jesus was, I believe it was, he was praying in the Garden of Gethsemane, right? He was so vexed praying to God that, he was perspiring blood, right? Meanwhile, yeah, at least I recall that's what happened. But meanwhile, his disciples were sleeping during that very critical hour. This is a very critical hour, guys, and this is the time to be very active in your duties in the Lord. This is not the time to fall asleep. This is not the time to fall asleep during this very critical hour. This is not the time to give into your flesh. And this applies to many ways, right? Because even Jesus said, the spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is weak. Guys, you'll hear this message and your spirit rather will just be so up for the task, and you'll be empowered and all that. But we have to remember, in these mortal bodies, right, we have this flesh that we must overcome. I'm going to read Galatians 5:16 through 17, and it reads, I say then, walk in the spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary to one another, so that you do not the things that you wish. Because, guys, in this new season, this new level you're walking into, it requires just that new level of discipline, self-control, what have you, both physically and spiritually, right? You have to yield to the Spirit and walk by the Spirit and not be fulfilling the lusts of your flesh, because it's going to really hinder, your progress and your momentum. Because these things are happening, guys, but we have to be ready. We have to be on top of things, right? And, this means that you have to be drawing from the Holy Spirit, in your endeavors. This means, the fruit of the Spirit has to be more evident than ever, right? You have to have that strength to endure, long suffering. You have to have that patience. You have to be loving, even when you don't want to be loving. You have to love people who are unlovable, right? And you have to have that joy. You have to have the joy of the Lord, because that is your strength. These are just the fruits of the Spirit, guys, that we must have. And this is how we are able to operate in excellence, not perfection. None of us will be perfect, right? But excellence, not perfection, but excellence. And going back to what I said earlier, you must be very intimate with God and calling upon him and yielding to him. This means when he wakes you up in the morning or middle of the night to pray, you pray instead of falling back to sleep. When he gives you an unction to do anything, whatever it is, sharing the gospel, talking to somebody, giving to someone, or being the light, any way to be the light, that means you do it. You do it. Overall, the Lord needs his people to be able to walk into these big things with a new mindset, right? Because many big things are happening, and there's a lot of things that are shifting in your life, and the old you and the old portion just won't cut it, right? Because what he has given to you, much will be required. Luke 12:48. But he who did not know yet committed things deserving of stripes shall be beaten with few. For everyone to whom much is given, from him much will be required. And to whom much has been committed, of him they will ask the more. Some of you are walking into very significant changes, and it's going to greatly affect many things around you. Some of you, of your answered prayers, right? Some of your answered prayers will affect a lot of things moving forward in this season. And you must be able to endure the responsibility of it all, right? And your victory will only be ensured by staying vigilant and alert in the Lord. seeking him for your strength and direction. Guys, he's trying to get your attention today because, guys, I'm telling you, once these things start happening, it's going to be like a snowball effect, man. Everything is just going to be kind of happening, and you must have everything on your end prepared, right? You must be ready to also maintain that level of excellence when these big things take off, right? You know, that means just honestly, when it comes to the Lord, right? I can, let's just me personally, I know I can be kind of type B with certain things, but this, you know, for the things of the Lord, guys, this is like a real time to have that type A attitude, right? That means not procrastinating, taking care of things, you know, when the Lord tells you to, right? And of course, there's grace. There's grace in him, but this is a time where he is really, really calling. Whoever this word is for, he's really calling you to be on top of these things. So not procrastinating, not falling asleep, right? I think you get the general idea. But we must maintain just this level of excellence, guys. You know, during this time, you must be seeking the Lord while he may be found, right? You can't miss that wave or, you know, that download by not focusing in on him, right? You must seek him while he may be found. And it's very important to cling to him because, guys, truly I say to you, you do not want to lose sight of the Lord in this time. It's very important that you are hearing him and that you are with him and that you are seeking him. It's a very critical hour, guys. Jesus even told the disciples, could you not stay awake for 1 hour? Just one, right? We must stay awake during this hours, guys. Do not sleep in this time. You will have, again, you will have major turbulence in this new season if you're not both disciplined spiritually and physically. This means you must yield to this new hunger, whatever hunger it is that the Lord is stirring within you. You must yield to this, and you must be after him more than ever, and you must be after the mysteries of him, right? There's so much of God that we can get, guys. Proverbs 25:2 reads, "It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, but the glory of kings to search out a matter." Guys, the ball is in our court for how much we want to get out of God. And he's so gracious and so loving, but the invitation is there, guys. But yeah, anyway, we must be in constant communication with the Father. And this is also a very prime time to be, on a slightly different subject, this is a very prime time to be extra sober and extra vigilant of the enemy's schemes, right? Because during this time of acceleration and transition, you know, there will be those distractions and just those oppositions, minor or major, and just those attacks from the enemy, because the enemy knows this is a really, really just great time right now that things are happening in your life. And, you know, it's very important that we are very, very cautious, guys, and not allowing ourselves to take our, you know, just not to take our hands off the wheel, but, you know, it's very important for us to not be idle and to be aware of the enemy's schemes and of his devices, right? And some of these attacks and distractions, you know, they won't be obvious, guys. Any little distraction can take you off the right course. Overall, and I'm not going to beat this point, you know, for too long, but the enemy will take a mile with any inch we give him, right? And I'm not going to get, you know, too specific. This isn't a word about the devil, but you know what your weaknesses are, right? And you must be on top of that this season moving forward. You know, if you fall, repent and dust yourself off quickly, but make the declaration to not yield to the enemy. You know, we must stay alert and not be idle while the devil is active. Does that make sense? 1 Peter 5:8, a verse I've read plenty of times last year. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, walks about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. In James 4:7, therefore submit to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Resist the devil and he will flee, guys. Period. Submit to God and not your flesh. It's very important during this time. And guys, not everything is the devil's fault. Not everything is the devil. In this time, we must take control of our flesh, right? There's a passage in the Bible that talks about the work of the flesh, right? And we just kind of talked about it in Galatians earlier, yielding to the things of the Spirit. But, you know, with these big things coming, we must be just in control of our flesh, guys. As far as this fruit of the Spirit, we have to exercise just that self-control portion, right? I cannot emphasize this enough. We have to rule over our sin, our desire to sin, right? And of course, our flesh. We have to win this battle. And I'm reminded of when God told Cain in Genesis 4:7. It reads, if you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin lies at the door, and its desire is for you, but you shall rule over it. Some version says that sin is crouching at your door, right? And it says its desire is for you, but you should rule over it. In this time of big things, in this time of transition, guys, we must be, you know, on our P's and Q's, so to speak, right? You must be proactively ruling over your sin. And I have to clarify, guys, like, I know this is it sounds like a tall order, right? But this is just a time to be very proactive in, you know, just doing the things of the Lord, right? Not being perfect, but proactive. Like I said, kind of having like a very just type A attitude, right? Just type A attitude with the things of the Lord, if that makes sense. But yeah, we must be proactively ruling over our sin, and we will do well. We have to be intentional. That's really the big word, the big I word of today. So in summary, guys, I'm about to bring it to a close. Many big and significant things are about to start rapidly snowballing in. Be ready for them. Be prepared to steward what you've been given with excellence. Because to much is given, much is required. Be in constant intimacy with God and be seeking Him diligently during this time. He has many wonderful things to show His people who draw near to Him. Get ready, because a lot of things are about to start taking place. But just stay alert, stay vigilant, and you will be successful in this new season. Amen. And guys, that is it for today. It's a little shorter than last week's word, but yeah, guys, I pray all the same that it is absolutely immensely blessed whoever it's been for. Guys, thanks so much for tuning into just the channel, and thank you for all of just your feedback, guys. Just the comments, the likes, the shares, etc. All that goes a long way, guys. And I'm very, very much appreciative of you all. And thanks to all of you who have just stuck, you know, just with this channel for this long. It really means a lot. And yeah, guys, so thanks a million. And I also have to just give a very special thanks to all of you who have financially sown into this ministry. Guys, I'm just incredibly grateful for you all. You know, you don't have to do it. It means a lot. And I just want to say thank you for that. And yeah, guys, I pray y'all have a very wonderful Merry Christmas. I'm not going to keep you guys that much longer. Please enjoy the weekend, enjoy your family, stay warm, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one. All right, I'm out.